Hey everybody, welcome into GoBlueRaiders.com. Joined today by Whit Turnbow, and Whit made news today, and you can see it on GoBlueRaiders.com, the full story. Whit has a new title, and that is Senior Associate Athletic Director for Strategic Initiatives and Resource Enhancement. And your business cards will be this size when they're all done. But what that does, we talk about what that will mean as we move ahead, but let's kind of start what it means as of today. You are no longer the head golf coach, which that is going to be a huge change in your life.
It has already been. Coaching golf for 13 years and then having played here, I spent a lot of time, running around here on these golf courses and with these golf professionals for a long time. So making those phone calls last night to those guys, along with my players and the people who were close to our program, was not much fun, but I think they were all excited about what's in store, and the new coach that's coming one of these days behind them. But yeah, it is certainly a little odd to a couple things. One, to be running around in a coat and tie all the time, but not have some Bermuda shorts on, a polo, and maybe catch 9 before the sun goes down.
That's right. But the new position, newly created, Strategic Initiatives and Resource Enhancement. That covers a lot of ground, but it fits your personality in a lot of ways. So not that you're going to be doing the full job of each part of that, but you will be doing some overseeing, helping open some doors, and again, in a leadership role.
Yeah, it's going to be really a cool thing to sort of be a part of as we look at the changing landscape of athletics as it changes every day. And we start to look at our department in athletics and the university as a whole and what that might look like 10 or 15 years from now. Where do we want to be? How do we want to position ourselves 10 or 12 years down the road? And then stepping back and trying to figure out a plan to get there. What's this going to look like facility-wise? What's it going to look like? I think we always have to keep looking forward and not be necessarily so reactive, and start looking down the road as to what we can do and how we can position ourselves with who knows what's coming down the pipe, with collegiate athletics and all the realignment. So, that strategic piece of it is going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to digging in that pretty quick. But the resource side, is really revenue streams. How can we enhance the ones we already have? How can we think outside the box and come up with new ways to create new revenue streams? Because our costs continue to just rise and rise by the day. So we got to stay ahead of this thing and keep coming up with different ways to not only pay our bills, but continue to move forward.
Yep, and when you look at where some of those revenue streams are now, obviously one of them is people buying tickets. That's a revenue stream. The Blue Raider Athletic Association is a revenue stream. Blue Raider Sports Properties, division of Learfield, is a revenue stream. And being able to have a point person, because you're not running the BRAA now. You're not running Blue Raider Sports Properties. You're not in the ticket office every day. But to have to where there is a synergistic effort by all three, along with other revenue sources, I guess that's kind of how it all plays out to some degree.
Sure, exactly right. So I really view it as I'm an advocate for all those areas. In my mind, you just gained another body that's there to help and help push the thing forward. However, those people who are directing those areas see fit. So you're exactly right. I'm not going to run those, but I'm going to be in a position to help them achieve what they're trying to figure out, what it is, sit down and figure out where they want to go and how can we get there, and then help them accomplish those things. Just as it is with my sport responsibilities. I'll have baseball, men's and women's golf, men's and women's tennis. I'm not the head coach. My job is to meet with the head coach, figure out what they need to push their program forward, and help them put those things in place however we can.
And that's kind of wrapping up the resource part in a nice little package. The strategic initiatives. It's funny, 20 years ago, things moved kind of slow in college athletics. Not a lot changed, but now we've seen how, and I would have to say that social media does a lot of it, where people sometimes have to become reactionary. We look at cost of attendance. We look at unlimited meals and snacks. Those things happened almost overnight in the big scheme of college athletics. Mm-hmm. So the idea now to try to put this university, this athletic department in a proactive position is a look ahead.
Exactly. We want to be a little more proactive, and you know, it's obviously hard to foresee the future and what's coming, but you know, I think that's what's going to make us unique as well. I mean, we're not going to be afraid to step out and do something that nobody's ever done, and be unique about what we're looking for down the road. You know, I think those are the things really when you bring recruits to campus and students to campus that help us stand out. You know, the science building we just built, the student union we just built, and those things, those make our campus and our university unique. And so any way we can look down the road and figure out ways to set ourselves apart from other universities, we're going to look at those hard and go. So, and if we do those things and we do it in a smart way, in the correct manner, when the surprises come along down the road, we'll be completely prepared.
Yep, and again, there's an arms race in college athletics to some degree, and it all comes, a lot of it comes down to the F word, facilities. And there is always conversation about facilities. What's next on the agenda? What's next in the pipeline? Mm-hmm. And obviously there are a couple of 500-pound gorillas in the room that are in the near to not so near future.
Sure, yeah. You know, one of the first things I look forward to do is sitting down with all the head coaches and really assessing their needs. What are the things that you need to move your program forward? And then maybe coupling those and putting those things in together and devise a plan to move athletics forward here for many, many years to come. And you're right, building buildings and changing the skyline is something that we got to take a look at. And so I'm excited about sitting down with every head coach from football and all the way down through the Olympic sports and say, what do you need? How can I help you get there? And then using our revenue generating arms to help those dreams a reality. Because at the end of the day, we do all this for the student athlete. It's about enhancing their experience and making sure that we provide them with a first class quality experience here, and they leave here with that championship ring and that diploma that Chris wants them to have. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of new exciting things coming down the road. You're going to hear a lot of different things over the next few months. But man, it's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep, and it again, the full story that is on GoBlueRaiders.com, but Whit's door has never not been open for anyone who has an idea, and I'm sure that's not going to change.
Not going to change. It's Grand Central Station right through there, so I may be in a different location, but I'm sure they'll find me.
Long pants and a dress shirt now. It's a whole different kind of deal. That's right. Whit Turnbow has joined us with his new position. I hope you got a little bit of a taste of it there, but we will be talking with him more as we move into the future. But thanks for joining us today here on GoBlueRaiders.com.